Okay, I just wanted to let you see what I was using here. It's Artist Loft watercolor paper. This is 90 pound. It was $4.99 for 99 cents. It is not, it is a beginner quality, let's put it that way. But to me, when you're a beginner using watercolor, you want to get the best paper you can afford, because the better the paper is, the better the techniques work in the first place, so you get less aggravated. This is great for practice, but if you're trying to learn a technique and trying to get it to work the way that it's supposed to, you will be less frustrated going with a better quality paper. And with a coupon at Michael's, you can get better paper for real cheap. But for what I'm doing, this is perfect. So I'm going to gather my supplies and I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the one I just did, and it's dry, and it turned out really pretty. And it doesn't matter what colors you use. I mean, I think this one was, let's see, if you wanted to know, it was Lindy Stamp Gang's Tawny Turquoise and Tattered Angel's Glimmer Mist Rouge. So I think that's what I used on this one. I might, yeah, and see, and then I used another one here. This one was Tattered Angel's Glimmered Mist Almost Black. I don't use that very often, but I love the look. This was just swiping the box that was from when I do the overspray, turning the bottle upside down. I did some swiping of what was on the bottom of the box. Let's see, there was Lindy, Stamp Gang, Clam Bake, Beige, and I think this Bucket o' Blood Lindy Stamp Gang. Okay, so, and then this was another one that I did, and then I did some background stamping on it. This one was Glimmer Mist Thatched Roof Cottage. Glimmer Mist, yep, no color. Purple Rain. And then I think there was also, even though you can't really probably pick it up on the camera, there was a little bit of this one, Glimmer Mist, and it's Blue Icing. Okay, so you can tell that I get a lot of things from, yeah, Tuesday Morning. Love that store. Okay, so I've got one with this background stamp on it, so I'm going to find some, which, by the way, this background stamp is a Heidi Swapp background stamp. This is not the container that this is a stencil container, but so I don't know what the name of this background stamp is, but I love it. So I'm going to find some more background stamps, and then I will be back. Okay, and I love using my sepia in the background stamps. Because they kind of break through just about anything, but yet they can still be left in the background when you go ahead and put black on top of something. So this is one background stamp that I don't use very often, so I'm gonna try this one out. See if I like it. It's been a long time since I've used it, so I'm just gonna ink both sides of this puppy. I don't know that I know where this stamp came from or what. I don't remember. I don't have anything on it. There we go. So we're just randomly putting stuff on this page. Oop. Just random placement. Really, I find that the less thought that you put into it, the better off things tend to come out. The better things tend to come out. So, you know, I try and not get in my own way, because, you know, sometimes you try and outthink, oh, but it would look so good here. Well, but later on down the line with this whole process, it doesn't really make a difference. I'll use that a couple times on this. Yeah, I think I'll just use it the once. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and then this is another one that I love using. Now this is a Tim Holtz, and I think it was the Boundless Flight. It was the Visual Artistry Series. Boundless Flight was what this stamp said. I don't know where all of it has gone off to. See, again, I'm getting in my own way. Just put it down on the paper. Isn't that a beautiful stamp? Just gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, that is just gorgeous. I have a few of them just coming off the sides here. And sometimes switch the sides because you can get something a little different. There we go. Put a few on this one. There we go. I love how vibrant this sepia comes through. There we go. Okay, so there's that one. And I have this little same stamp set. I've got the little Paris. This one I think I'll get a actual, oh, not that one. Let's find a little smaller one. If I can reach one. There we go. Okay. Let's get this down a few times. Okay, and then I'm going to find one more set because I want something, I don't want to put all the same stuff on, you know, on each page. I want something a little different. So, and I'm sorry, I'm not super good at cleaning my stamps, but I'm going to clean up my area a little bit here, find another little few stamps to put onto the rest of this, and I shall, actually, you know what, I think just to save time, and I think that it will look fantastic anyway, I am going to use this one. There we go. Get this all inked up. Alright, that is just, I think, one of the most, it's my favorite stamp set. I think it's the most beautiful one I've come across in a long time as far as you know, just the swirliness and the all of the goodies that it has on it. There we go. Okay, now just do a little cleanup. Just clean things off, make sure there's nothing. Okay, that's how I clean my stamps. Okay, I'm going to do a little cleanup and get some of this stuff pulled off of here, and so I can talk to you a little better. Be back. Okay, so now I've got some stamps picked out. Not going to use them all in the same areas, but I've got these that I want to use, and my sheets. So, but before I start doing some, you know, closing in and actually making some stamps work on each individual one of these, I want to take my tags. Now I'm back to these tags that I cut out of different boxes, and I did a Learn with Lisa just to, you know, wake up and learn. Don't just keep the big boxes. These are just little boxes, little cracker boxes and little quinoa box, and some of these have the white backing, which is wonderful for journaling, but you know, the natural color is fine too. But this is what I'm doing. I'm gluing this side down onto the pieces of paper. and then I'm going to cut them out, and I'm going to do that on all 3 of these. And I've got instant tags that are ready to go with backgrounds. And then all I would have to do, if the background matched or fit in with what I was doing, then I could then take a stamp of my choice and really hone in the theme of the tag. Okay, so that's where I'm at now. I'm going to go ahead and glue the rest of these down. These is 3 boxes that I cut apart, 3 small boxes that I cut apart and got all different size tags off of. So we'll see how many I end up with when we're done and how interesting they look. Hopefully good. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and get all of these cut out, and I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I've gone through and I've got 20 tags, and I've kind of set them up here. Found one kind of main color that I think I like for each little set. This one's kind of got it more of a red theme. This is kind of that gold and purple, and this is kind of the red and really dark gray or black, close to black. I've also, the archival jet black will work on any of this, and I've also tried, and I like the vintage photo on all of them, instead of trying to come up with, you know, whatever on the distress ink. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to do some stamping. So pick some stamps that you like, maybe a theme that you're trying to go for, and play around with the colors. And of course this red I would like on this set as well, so I will be going back and forth, and I probably will try some of this on this. This is a really dark brown color, and then also the black will be used on this. And I'll distress things a little bit with the vintage photo. I may find a different color that I like. Distress. Oh, sorry. It's getting late. Distress ink that I like. But I'm going to go ahead and try and do a couple from each one of these and come back and show them to you, okay? Because I like to keep these on hand so I can just grab them and add, you know, something that I need. But I thought I'd go ahead and at least get a couple of them set up so you can see how they end up. All right, see you back here in a few. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of give you some ideas of what the finished products would look like. Now, obviously, I'll punch holes in all of these and I'll put different things in them. But again, I don't put anything on these until I know what book I'm going to use them in. But sometimes I just get bored and I do stuff. Now, this is watercolor paper, so some of your imprints won't be as crisp as if you were putting them on regular paper. So keep that in mind. If you're going to want, you know, really super crisp images, then just put regular cardstock on these. And then, you know, play around with the different distress inks to go along with all the sprays that you do. But that's it. I just kind of wanted to show you guys another thing to do with all these little boxes that, you know, maybe aren't big enough to do journals that you do. I know I normally don't do smaller journals. I usually do larger ones, or I don't mess around with the smaller boxes because they tend to be just a little bit more flimsy than like a cereal box. I don't know. I guess I think of them as being more flimsy. But anyway, so there you guys go. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day, and thanks for joining me. And if you don't mind, take a moment and give me a thumbs up if you like this little tutorial, and everybody you watch on YouTube, if you like what they did, give a second to give them a thumbs up, and you know, it makes everybody feel good. So I'll talk to you later. Share some love, and I hope everybody's having a good holiday season. Bye!